You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 13th of February. Indian government defends US trade deal amid concerns over framework. BNP sweeps Bangladesh election, Tarique Rahman set to become PM. And Pakistan fumes after US map shows POJK, POGB as Indian territories. And now for all the details. The Indian government has strongly defended the India-US interim trade framework amid protests by farmers and criticism from the opposition. In video messages posted on X, Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal and Agriculture Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan accused leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi of spreading misinformation and misleading farmers. The ministers asserted that farmers' interests have been fully protected in the agreement. Early on Thursday, Piyush Goyal said key 90 to 95% farm products remain outside the deal. He added that exports of basmati rice, tea, spices, marine products and cotton textiles are expected to gain improved market access, boosting farmers' incomes. He also noted potential zero-tariff benefits for textile exporters using US cotton once a broader bilateral pact is finalized.
मैं मानता हूं लगभग 90-95% जो उत्पाद किसानों का होता है वो यूएस ट्रेड डील के बाहर है और जो भारत की आवश्यकता है जो हम आज भी इंपोर्ट करते हैं जो हमारे देश में किसानों को किसी प्रकार का हानि नहीं पहुंचाएगा ऐसे वस्तुओं को कैलिब्रेटेड मैनर में सोची समझी रणनीति तहत हमने अमेरिका को खोला है.
This came after farmers staged protests this week across several states, burning symbolic copies of the pact and alleging the government moved ahead without consultation. A union of farmers, along with trade unions and opposition leaders, warned that subsidized US imports could hurt domestic prices and rural incomes. The government has maintained that the agreement safeguards Indian agriculture while expanding export opportunities.
कि ये सरकार कानून जो बना रही है वो किसान विरोधी कानून बना रही है, कामदार विरोधी कानून बना रही है और जो कानून बना रही है 2-3 उद्योगपतियों के लिए ही कानून बना रही है. इसीलिए हमारी रणनीति ये रहेगी कि भविष्य में ये सरकार जो है ये सरकार जनता विरोधी सरकार है, उनको उखाड़ के फेंक देंगे.
And the Bangladesh Nationalist Party has won a landslide victory in the parliamentary elections, returning to power after nearly 2 decades. After results were announced on Friday, BNP leader Tarique Rahman is set to become the new Prime Minister as the country recovers from a period of unrest and economic disruptions. Bureau report.
The Bangladesh Nationalist Party, the country's formerly main opposition party, has won a landmark victory in the parliamentary elections on Friday, a result expected to bring political stability after months of tumult following the ouster of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in a Gen Z-led uprising. As of around 4:30 p.m., the BNP had secured 212 seats in the 300-member Senge Sering, or House of a Nation, easily crossing the halfway mark for a simple majority. The opposition Jammu-e-Islami and its allies won 70 seats. Tarique Rahman, BNP's prime ministerial contender and son of former Prime Minister Khalida Zia and former President Ziaur Rahman, returned in December to the capital, Dhaka, from nearly 2 decades of self-imposed exile in London. He is likely to take oath on Saturday.
Of course, he's the greatest leader we could ever ask for, and I don't know. I really hope he is the change that we were looking for after whatever happened in July.
People in Dhaka expressed hopes for peace and stability on Friday after BNP secured the sweeping victory. Votes were cast on Thursday, and tens of millions of Bangladeshis turned up for what was the first election since the 2024 Gen Z-driven uprising.
আমাদের কাছে একটা দাবি দাবা আছে আঙ্গনে বয়স হয়ে গেছে বয়স শেষে আমগরে কিছু দিব বা আমগো ছেলে মেয়েরা চাকরিটা দিয়ে দিব এর বেশি তো আর আমগো পাওনা দাওনা কিছুই নাই বা আমগরে একটু ভালো সুযোগ সুবিধা দিব আমরা গরিব মানুষ নিরহা কর্মচারী আমগো তো নিরহা কর্মচারী তো কেউ নাই আছে আমরা তো একদম নিজ কর্মচারী স্যার।
Meanwhile, leaders across the neighboring countries congratulated Tarique Rahman for the sweeping victory. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in a call conveyed wishes and support and reaffirmed New Delhi's continued commitment to peace, progress, and prosperity of the people of both the nations.
And Pakistan approached Washington after a United States government post displayed a map aligning with India's official boundaries, a move that appeared to unsettle Islamabad. Pakistan's foreign ministry claimed the map was illegal. The controversy erupted after the US trade representative posted a map on February 7th as part of an announcement on a bilateral interim trade framework between New Delhi and Washington. The map showed the entire union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, including Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir and Aksai Chin, as Indian territory. Islamabad claims it objected to Washington, after which the post was taken down. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Tahir Andrabi stated that Washington made a requisite correction to reflect what Pakistan calls a UN-sanctioned position. The US has not issued a formal public clarification. New Delhi has consistently maintained that the entire union territory of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh has been, is, and will always remain an integral part of India. Parts of Jammu and Kashmir remain under illegal occupation by Pakistan since 1947, while Aksai Chin continues to be under illegal Chinese occupation. Amid rising sectarian tensions in Pakistan, activists from Pakistan-occupied Gilgit Baltistan, Senge Sering, has claimed recent violence, including the deadly Shia mosque attack in Islamabad, reflects a deeper state-backed strategy. Viewer report.
Activist Senge Sering, who hails from Pakistan-occupied Gilgit Baltistan, has alleged that terrorism and sectarianism in Pakistan are part of a long-standing state strategy. His remarks come amid outrage over the last Friday's Shia mosque attack in Pakistani capital Islamabad, in which more than 30 people were killed. Sering claimed distrust among Shia communities runs deep, with many believing sectarian tensions are deliberately fueled rather than contained.
Sectarianism is Pakistan's part of Pakistan's state policy to promote its strategic interest, to maintain a control over the society, to help with their recruitment with the terrorist infrastructure and terrorist groups. This has been going on for a very long time. So I don't think that the anger that the people of Gilgit-Baltistan or the Shias in general have is temporary or misplaced. They know what Pakistan state has been doing. The genocide, the massacres of the Shias are part of the state policy. The distrust is pretty deep. They do not know, they do not believe that Pakistan is a benign state. I believe that the Shias as a group, they are moving in the same direction as you saw Pashtuns or the Baloch moving, let's say 10 or 15 years ago, where it has become part of their national discourse, where they say, "Ye jo dahshat gardi hai, iske piche vardi hai." This terrorism is being promoted by the military itself. It is not being imposed from outside.
Referring to projects like the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, Sering alleged that militant groups are restrained or reactivated depending on strategic priorities and international optics.
Governments have used militant and terrorist groups to promote sectarianism and control one sect against the other. Sometimes when it is beneficial for the Pakistani military to control those sectarian groups and make them dormant for some time, for instance, to please the Chinese when it comes to the CPEC progress and development is concerned. Then obviously, it's a tactical move that for some time in Gilgit Baltistan, we saw for a couple of years that, there was no sectarian activity, but now it is coming back because Pakistan has a different role in the Middle East. So I think sectarianism has always been there.
The activist also alleged that dissenting voices from Pashtun, Baloch, and Shia communities are suppressed, while divisive narratives are amplified. He claimed regulatory actions often target critics of the state rather than those accused of spreading sectarian rhetoric.
Moving on, India has handed over the third tranche of election-related assistance to Nepal ahead of the country's upcoming March 5th elections. The support includes more than 270 vehicles aimed at ensuring smooth elections across the Himalayan nation. Indian ambassador to Nepal, Naveen Srivastava, formally handed over the vehicles to Nepal's Home Minister, Om Prakash Aryal, during a ceremony at the Ministry of Home Affairs. The assistance includes 50 trucks for the Nepali army, which were received by the Chief of Army Staff, General Ashok Raj Sidgil. The remaining vehicles will be deployed to security agencies and electoral bodies. This marks the third installment of India's election support to Nepal. Earlier assistance delivered in January included over 310 vehicles and additional supplies. Home Minister Aryal thanked India for the timely assistance and highlighted the strong and mutually beneficial partnership between the two countries, rooted in trust, friendship, and shared democratic values.
भारत सरकारबाट नेपाल सरकारलाई यो जुन आगामी आम निर्वाचनलाई हुने सपोर्टको सन्दर्भमा आज हामी तेस्रो लटको चाहिँ गाडी हस्तान्तरणको कार्यक्रम सम्पन्न भएको छ। अहिलेसम्म पहिलो लटमा 61 वटा, दोस्रो लटमा 254 वटा र आजको लटमा 223 वटा गाडीहरू चाहिँ ह्यान्डओभर भएको छ भने सँगसँगै आज नेपाली सेनाको लागि 50 वटा गाडीहरू चाहिँ हस्तान्तरण भएको अवस्था छ र कतिपय भारत सरकारले नेपाल सरकारलाई अनुदान स्वरूप उपलब्ध गराउने यो प्रहरीका सामग्रीहरू चाहिँ कतिपय आइसकेको र कतिपय आउने क्रममा छन्।
Ahead of the Maha Shivaratri celebrations, Nepal's Pashupatinath Temple, a UNESCO World Heritage and one of the most sacred Hindu shrines, is adorned with elaborate decorations, while saints and ascetics have begun arriving and setting up camps near the temple complex. Buildings have been freshly painted, sanitation measures strengthened, and the shrine is witnessing round-the-clock activity. Maha Shivaratri, the night dedicated to Lord Shiva, revered as both destroyer and protector, will be celebrated on 15th of February. Celebrated with deep devotion by Hindus across the world, the festival symbolizes the divine union of Shiva and Shakti and commemorates Shiva's cosmic dance called Tandav. The Lord Shiva's shrine, Pashupatinath Temple, is regarded as the guardian deity of the Kathmandu Valley. This year, the Pashupati Area Development Trust is hosting nearly 2,500 saints arriving from across Nepal and neighboring India, while authorities estimate that close to 2 million pilgrims will visit the Hindu shrine during the festivals.
আমি কলকাতাতে থাকি। আমি শিবরাত্রে এখানে পশুপতিনাথে আছি। আজকে তিন সাল হয়ে গেছে, 3 সাল ধরে আসি। দেখে আমার সমস্ত কিছু দেখে আমার খুবই ভালো লাগে এবং আমার খুব প্রিয় পশুপতিনাথ মন্দির। আমি কি ভাষায় বোঝাবো আপনাদের বলতে পারছি না। তো আমার তো খুবই ভালো লাগে পশুপতিনাথ মন্দির।
That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time next week. Have a great weekend.